everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So first and foremost, I want to thank all my new subscribers. You guys helped me get up to 20. I'm really appreciative. I'm glad that you are taking the time to subscribe to me and watch my videos, and hopefully I'm keeping you entertained and you're enjoying it. And so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start back with Paranormasight, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So in our last episode, we found out that Iowa, who was Michio's basically stepdad, although I don't think her mom had married him, was working with I can't say it now, Nijami, and that he was, was idolizing him, basically, and that he murdered Haru's son to bring about, essentially, I believe, what I'm getting right is the curses. So let's go ahead and we're going to start back into Haru's story, but let's go ahead and read about Suichi Sejima. Male elementary school. He didn't have an echo curse. He's the only son of Haru and of Haru Sejima. He was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumati River. The case remained unsolved until Iwa was determined to be the culprit during an investigation into the Honjo serial killings. Suichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haru, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age, likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s, he spent his day immersed in various activities and studies, including playing the piano, learning the abacus, and taking English lessons and training in kendo. Suichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. Okay, so we're starting back at the with Haru, and she's basically going through places that they have not been yet, looking for the cursed stones. So I've technically been to all these places with other characters, so I kind of want to stop at the candy shop first, just to see if there's anything different. And plus, I think he wanted to go there too, so. He's up in front with the kids to participate in the raffle. It's weird seeing an adult his age enjoying himself so much at a candy store. Oh, it seems he didn't win anything. He's pouting so hard, even the kids are laughing at him. Alright, ma'am, should we go for the manjayaki or something? That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now. That's too bad. I haven't had great luck with this mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Apparently most of these are just replicas of the real deal, but even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery. Go ahead, don't buy them all now. Just let me know when you want to leave, okay? Okay. Sonoya, the children seem pretty fond of this place. It looks comparatively new. They must have had renovations done not long ago. Okay, there are some vending machines. You can buy canned juice for 100 yen. These days, vending machines sell a lot of things besides juice, too. Oh, there's one of the birds. Whoa, no way. Jeez, you made me jump. It's Mockingbird number 14, Val Conman. This guy's a real speed demon. Oh, is that right? It's kinda scary how you even know the exact number with just a simple glance. I haven't found too many of these, even though I've pretty much usually looked everywhere. Okay, so let's just kinda see if there's anything to see. Shops closed. The shop's close to the park, so children have been coming and going without pause. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from the street view recently. It almost feels like I came here with a child. My boy never had much of a taste for sweets. It makes this kind of a fresh experience for me. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything else other than him losing at the raffle. But it looks like she can look at him again. He's up in front with the kids to participate in the raffle. It's weird seeing... Okay, yeah, so we saw that one. Look at his smile. He must have won something. How nice. Hot damn, it's Mockingbird number 10. Cacophony. He's a nihilist, but he gets the job done. Oh, well, you seem pretty happy. Oh, so we got one just for clicking on him. Interesting. Now we're going to do it again. He's up front with the kids. Lost again. See if I get anything else. I think he's just going to keep losing. Let's do it one more time. Nah, he's probably going to lose every time now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move. Let's go to the park. Midoricho Park. Everyone was relaxing so peacefully in the park. It's hard to imagine it was the site of some horrid curse. Oh, there's that girl. That's who we were looking for. But before I talk to her, I just kind of want to make sure. Let's look at Richter. Richter seemed to be a little nervous when Anime Tono was mentioned, or was I just imagining it? We have reason to believe the curse bearer, the Taiko of Tsugura, was here last night. It's possible they're already dead, but we haven't found any definite leads. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Hey, that lady over there. That's Anime Tono. She seems to be trying to hide. I wonder if we should just call out and, like, freak her out. Or if we watch. I mean, if we watch her, she might walk away. Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and call out. Alright, I'll be right back. Ah, he's gone. Suppose you really wanted to talk with her. Oh, there he is. Does he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? Huh? Does he mean to intimidate her? Ah, she noticed. I guess his purpose was to talk with her after all. I wonder what they're talking about. She doesn't look like she's planning to run. Oh, they're coming here. Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master? Yes, very smooth. Hello, thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now. Pursued? By who? I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter? From the police? I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of mess she's gotten herself into. Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please. The police have my apartment staked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them say something about wanting to protect me, but something didn't feel right and I got scared. Do you have any idea why they're after you? Well, I have been searching for the curses, so... We shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you if they're after you for a good reason. Huh? How cruel! But this handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily, would you? It's unfortunate, but we've got reason not to get involved with the police ourselves. What shady reasoning? But if you've got some murky secret to hide, we might as well cooperate with each other, no? But if you... Okay, so we're going to talk to her about the other thing. Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect, Hokusai going? Fortunately, that's been going quite well. Oh? Does that mean you found someone to steal a curse stone from? Not exactly, but I found out a kind of last resort. Which is why I can't let the police get me. What do you mean by last resort? You really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Why should I tell you? What if we make a deal? In exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you'll tell us about your last resort. Huh? Is that what got you interested? Oh, I've got it. You mean to steal it for yourself? Not at all. I'm just curious. That excuse would just not do. I don't need you to. I'll find a way to stay safe on my own. That was a close one. I should have known the only one you can count on in this world is yourself. We can't let her get away. Let's go after her. Stop it! Get any closer and I'll scream. Please, wait. We'll help you out with no conditions. Will you change your mind quick? That just makes you all the more suspicious. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay. Could it be you don't know how to handle a girl like that? Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her just in case? Well, it doesn't really bother me, but you do recognize there are police officers in my close family. At least it'll allow us a way to keep in contact no matter how small. Okay, so I don't... Anatona says her plans for the rite of resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal a curse stone? Richter? You know, I have one as well. A last resort. You do? Even if we don't steal another curse stone, I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I'm prepared to use it. So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own too? But that she despises the idea of using it to kill others, so instead she means to steal a curse stone with soul dregs already in it? Doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taco of Tesuguri curse stone. We still don't know much about that one. Richter? That last resort Anime spoke of? It could be our chance. We could use her. I hear you loud and clear. Oh, nothing new. And I don't see her anymore, so I guess we'll just go ahead and move. Let's go to the bridge. Hooji Bridge. There's so many old factories along this river, it must have been quite different in its glory days. But now most of them are closed down due to the tightened regulations on waste disposal. Oh, that's the same thing, but yet it didn't have a... like I'd read it. It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Richter? What do you think that is? I didn't even notice that. I just happened to run across it. Oh. I don't see anything. Really? You don't see that? The thing that looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air? A ball of flame? It must be the curse echo. Maybe only curse bearers are capable of seeing it. But could such a thing happen in broad daylight? It's gone. I wonder if that was the beckoning light's curse echo. The phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern. In that case, does that mean a curse bearer is nearby? Could be why the surroundings were still there. Curse bearer might be lurking in the vicinity. I'm gonna check the surroundings. Nothing. I didn't find anyone who looked the part. I see. I don't doubt something happened around here, but something might have changed in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. Okay, so that stayed the same. But yet it doesn't have a check on it again. I'm trying to look since he's saying that the surroundings might be different, but I don't see anything other than the factory. And if what I saw was the cursed echo of the beckoning light, wouldn't that mean the curse bearer is nearby? I'm not feeling any strange presence, but that could be because it's midday. What you saw earlier must have been the beckoning light. Something might have changed after what had happened. Try to click on the factory again. Okay, so I'm not, unless I'm missing something, I am not seeing anything. Although people keep moving around, but I don't think that counts as anything. I'm not seeing anything stand out. Although what's funny is that kind of looks like Mio and Yaka. Yeah, I'm not seeing a thing. Okay, I'll move. Let's go to Kishibori Park. The area was closed off to the public this morning after his body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopen the park as if nothing ever happened. The people in the area are shockingly calm considering what happened here. You'd think they'd put off knowing there was a dead body here just this morning. From what I heard, it happened right about where you were standing now. Ah. Wow, jerk. Who just says that nonchalantly? Oh yeah, the dead body was right where you're standing. Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground. Did it catch your eye? Perhaps. Now's not the time though. But it did get your interest. Does he want to play on it? Why does that not surprise me? They made it quite the challenge. To pass through it, you'd have to go underneath there. He definitely wants to play on it. You can take a look over there if you want. Alright, I'll go check it out just to make sure. He didn't have to think long about that. What's that? Did he find something? I found a mockingbird under the playground equipment. Damn, talk about lucky. It's number 19, Penny Prattle. He's such a big kid. I see. Congrats. Playgrounds are always get me all fired up. Not a goober. Okay, let's see. A telephone booth. It doesn't look out of the ordinary to me. Okay, so it looks like I've looked at everything here. I don't see anything on the ground. I've looked at the surroundings. A bunch of kids gather around Richter to poke fun at his clothing. It seems like kids come running for him wherever we go. Not all too surprising with his attire. He hasn't complained about it, though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids. Well, nothing is cuter than a guy who likes kids, so... This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park. Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hahaku's soaps employee? That's right, his name was Soji Oki. Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. If people in the company know about the rite, it only makes sense they'd be looking for curse stones. You think the chairwoman in Takomi would send their regular employees out to hunt for the stones? If that's the case, perhaps that shoujo died trying to take a stone from someone else. Either that or he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone. Suppose so, but considering the location, wouldn't that mean the curse used was a Whispering Canal? Good point. That would mean Shoujo Oki wasn't the wielder of the Whispering Canal curse himself. Could he have had the Beckoning Light or even the Taco of Tsuguri? I was here last night and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal has already collected a stone. Ma'am, excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try. Oh, be my guest. Shoujo Oki is the name of the person who died here. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hahaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. Okay, well, what did he want to try? Because I don't see anything and he didn't do anything. Maybe we just want to go back to the playground again. Did two curse bearers battle it out here last night? Who could the other person have been? Okay, so let's go ahead and move. Let me head back to the bridge one more time, just to kind of look over. Then I'm going to go back to her residence. Oh, is this different? Nope. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't see anything. It all looks the same. Try the factory again. Nope, same. I don't see any mists like that thing was earlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to her residence. Maybe that girl will show up. No. Fax machine can send images to other places along with telephone network. I rarely use it. Wonder why that's not checked off. Everything else is checked off. Okay, so I think we're gonna just have to finish the investigation for now. Let me, I don't want to end it here. I actually want to go back to the bridge because one of those shadows kind of look like the two girls. So I'm gonna leave them here at the bridge. and then finish the investigation. Okay, and then we're going to... Oh, what's this? Oh. We have a new person, ladies and gentlemen. And I wonder who that could be. It says darkness, so it's somebody trapped. I kinda... You know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do this one. Darkness. Let's see what this leads to. Time unknown. My head. What's happening? Who killed him? Get away with it. Did I hit my head? It's killing me. And my vision is all blurry. Is that the ceiling? I feel the cold floor against my back. I must have fallen or something. My body won't move. Why? And why am I on the floor in the first place? No. Hold on. More importantly, who am I? Oh, great, we don't even know who we are. Let's see if we can recall who we are. Okay, think. Try to remember something. Anything. Resurrection. Kill him. Revenge. Feels like my head is gonna split apart. What was that? Maybe we're, Michio. That man's face. I think I've seen it before. I'm sure I know it. Oh, crud muffin. What is his name? I can't think of his name. Do I have to type in his whole name? It's Hajime. I need to write that down, though. Because I am not going to remember how to spell that. I wonder if I have to put his whole name. Okay. I wrote the whole thing down. I don't know if I have to... Let's just try the first. Hajime Yoshima. That's it. I know that name. The dark mist obscuring my memories is slowly starting to clear. My head is hurting again. Or maybe it's his girlfriend. I think if they saw the dead body, it might be Michio. What was that? A memory of mine? Hajime and I think we were close. But the first thing I saw, he was dead. Did I? Just what kind of person am I? I can move again. And I think my head is starting to clear. Ugh, where are we? Looks like I'm in some kind of warehouse. Maybe I can find some clues as to what happened. I should take a look around. You can suspend at any point in this chapter and start again from the same point when you select resume. If you get stuck, try playing a different route before returning to this one. Well, I'm sure we'll have to, but let's go ahead and take a look around. There's a little sink here. It's pretty dirty. Hope I don't have to use it. There's water dripping from the faucet, but the knobs are stuck. I can't move them in either direction. There's a key to the sink. If I can use this to see what I look like, it might help me remember who I am. No good. The mirror's completely unusable with all the grime that's built up on it. Wonder if I could clean it somehow. Looks like I definitely won't be using it. Okay, so we need something to clean the mirror. There's a bunch of garbage in the corners. My guess is that this room isn't used very often, if at all. I just can't wait here for someone to come to my rescue. I need to look for a way out. A folding chair, all alone in the middle of the room. Gives me the creeps for some reason. They must have sat me on it early. I probably passed out and fell on the floor. Some storage lockers. The left locker? There's a bucket and a mop in the left corner. Guess that's where they keep their cleaning stuff. There's nothing inside, but there's a piece of paper stuck to the front. Chemical, flammable, liquid, ventilation, if leaked, equipment integrity thoroughly. That's quite the collection of words. What could this place be used for? A typical office desk, there's all kinds of stationery on it. If there's anything that looks usable, or is there anything that looks usable? There's this pen, but I don't really need it. I'll leave it here for now. Okay, let's open the drawers. Doesn't look like there's anything in the top drawer. There's some kind of note in the middle drawer. Oh, for Pete's sake, why are they giving me these big words? Alkabenzarine, benzoyl chloride, sulfonic acid, sodium hydroxide. Names of chemicals. Maybe this is some kind of chemical plant. Oh, maybe this is in the factory. Nothing in the bottom drawer. No, wait. There's something stuck way in the back. Looks like there's some kind of sticker stuck back there, but it's too dark to tell what it is. It's a bird sticker. Give it to me now. Cabinet straight out of an office. Let's see what happens if I slide this open. Looks like there's nothing inside. This one's got a lock on it, it looks like. Try the drawers starting from the top. Nope, totally empty. What's this? The label's been torn off, but this must be soap. There's quite a bit left inside. I might be able to use this. Might as well keep it on me. Okay, so we got soap. A big shelf used in storage spaces. A bunch of messily stacked cardboard boxes. I took a peek inside, but it was too dark to see. I'll need much more light. Where the frick are we going to get light from? There's an air duct on the ceiling. Could this place have been a factory at some point? Wish I could crawl through it to escape, but I don't see any way to get into it from here. A switchboard. Looking inside, it seems that this room has electricity at least. Does that mean someone is using this place for something? Can I switch it on? Won't open. Must be locked from the outside. So I really am locked in here. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt I can afford to take my time here. Well, apparently we can, since we can come back. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. I wonder if we can use the soap on the mirror. Oh, I could use the soap to clean off the grime. I should have known that just putting soap on the mirror wouldn't do anything. I need something to wipe it. I haven't seen a rag or anything. Okay, so nothing came out of that. I don't see a rag or anything. Unless I'm missing it. Although that looks like one, but it won't let me pick it up. Check the cardboard boxes one more time, maybe because we did that, we'll find it. No, it says I need more light. All I can be sure of right now is that my memories are hazy, and that someone's locked me up in here. I should look around to see if I can find any clues about who I am. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything just yet. We might have to suspend for now. Okay, you can resume from the story chart. Okay, so let's go ahead and suspend that for now. And continue with the girls. So, the rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place. Hideki Arashi. They find him at his frequent stopping grounds. They carry Kurokiko Cafe. Okay, so 12 p.m. I see a sticker. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police, remember that. We know, it'll be okay. So, what do you want to ask me? Yako, if you would. Right, we wanted to ask you about this. Oh my, a curse stone. An Akomi mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn, there of all places. Yoko, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer. Please calm down, Mr. Rashi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? Probably flatter him. He seems really full of himself. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Arashi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything but the Rite of Resurrection and 7 Mystery Curse Stones happening now? Oh, taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with your subject's origins. Mr. Arashi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then do you know of the ancient, Omayoda ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurizuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Well, you see, we just have an intellectual curiosity, and I think it would really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... let's ask about his research, because I feel like... Or maybe we should act disappointed. Ugh. I would think he'd want us to ask about his research. Then... What does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, I see. That's what you want to know. Allow me to first, elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fate. Sorry, I had a brain fart. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known Amojo called Seimon Tusakai Koda. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Seimon Tusamai Koda. I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed Amayoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in the records. Or so it is written in the Record of Fates. As brilliant as Seimon was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seimon recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself? The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimon's specialty, the Tazen Fukan ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus it is thought the only ones who could use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Records of Fate, in there. There's no more? What about the 7 Mysteries or the Curse Stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The Curse Stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curses when used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. That's similar to what Mio said, actually. Okay, so Amiojo, an official appointed government position with the Bureau of Aimayo in medieval Japan. Amioja were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and Wexing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystic arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Honjo were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Ayamoja thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous Onimojo and later founder of the Tetsumikoda clan, Abe no Seima. However, Onimojo began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost long ago with the development of civilization. Although the services of Ayamoja were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shimojin, or hidden Ayamoja, who worked for the common folk. Okay, so the rite of resurrection was updated too. According to the records of fate, this mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted Ayamoja Abe no Seima. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs collected as sacrifices through the Tazen Fukan ritual. The secret art of converting souls to soul dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. Okay, so that was about the kidnapping, which I believe we read, but I don't know why it's just now being updated. Maybe it had been updated the whole time. Excuse me, Mr. Ashi. What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof do you have of that? You really know your stuff, but about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for a cult magazine. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then? Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is basis for it, and that is, well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple of students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the records of fate. It was just after Seimon arrived in Honjo. There are records of conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research, and I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual is at the root of the Honjo incident and Seimon's rite of resurrection. Yes, that is how the records of fate ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seimon brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seimon was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. Okay, so the Honjo incident during the Edo period of chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries are basically required to gather soul dregs necessary for the rite. Haha, yeah, there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones. Resentful memories? Yuko, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did. Exactly, those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken as the 7 mysteries, thus gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's possession, Yako. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Ashi, I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's possession. Excellent. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yaguri tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one, then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes. One of them is Seimon himself, or so I suspect. Seimon was one of the victims of the Honjo incident too? Meaning Onomaji, as powerful as him, also became a curse echo. Right, it would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo. Mio. Then maybe with Seimon's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing, sorry. Mr. Arashi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Amaijo appears distinctively in this one. Really? But not Seimon, I'm afraid. A female Amaijo who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimon. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. So a female Anamaijo and rival of Seimon were involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting. Next, Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinchichi, who was hanged from spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The right of resurrection. Precisely. This man, Jinchichi, must have been in contact with Seimon. If I could just collect all of his memories, everything will be revealed and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? He looks like it. It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left the message is the culprit behind the Najima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Arashi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. A woman? Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, I was investigating at night. I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with the ancient manuscript, the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming months. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month, she specified the time period. I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse, to tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all this. Hence, I went public with the Records of Fate. Hahako and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Hahako? As in Hahako Soaps? Right, I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Very well, I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? About Seimon's Record of Fates. There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation. Actually, a section written in Seimon's own hand was appended to the manuscript, according to which after the Honjo incident, Seimon lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the amendum for the event that the tragedy becomes its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes, and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sasaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Simon died in Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Simon possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of Oh. You're telling me Simon used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 ones besides Samon. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs. That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Simon's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Simon had descendants, so there's someone out there related to him by blood even now. Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Onamaiji, to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Simon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out about any other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for me telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Okay, so the Records of Fate Yin Scroll, it is said that Seimon Tushikamoto, author of the Records of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by descendants of Seimon. Okay, so updated on the Records of Fate, the manuscript was written by Seimon, an Onamaiji from the Edo period. He was extraordinarily adept practitioner, but after being banished from his family for researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. And if you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Haha. Okay, 1 p.m. Street. We've learned a lot. So to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other from the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate Yin Scroll may have info we want since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. But even Mr. Arashi didn't have any leads on where it was. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate Yin Scroll. Mr. Tsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to the school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Arishi the Records of Fate, that must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onamaiji who is a rival of Seimon. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me, Yako? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it. That day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I don't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about, thanks. Excuse me, you girls over there. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Nagamaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone on the foot washing mansion. The foot washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Tsutsumi was talking about. Oh, you already know Inspector Tsutsumi. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes. Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Nagamaki. What might be the matter? Right, I actually want to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something with us. You were talking about Michio Shirashi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later's fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What do we do? I don't trust him. I'm gonna go to the school first. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at the Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. I really don't trust him. I think he's going to do whatever he can to get a stone back. Oh. I'll see you again. The Records of Fate Yen scroll may contain a way to put a stop to the curse. Yako and Mio head back to Kamagata High School to share this information with Tatsumi. Kamagata High School. Ain't that interesting? The Record of Fate's Yen scroll, huh? Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from that teacher. Thank you. Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl is a success. Iro, stop making things sound weird. Anyways, let's share what we found at Michio Shirishi's house. Yes, please. Yes. A man named Iwa kidnapped sacrifices for black magic? And Michio helped with the kidnapping? And Mr. Junichi used that to blackmail her? Well, I think she seems shocked. Based on the report and looking at circumstances surrounding the deaths of Junichi and Iwa, if Michio Shirishi did it, it would make sense. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shirishi wanted someone to notice. Huh? Really? The ribbon that was left at the scene of Kohi's death is proof of that. Mio, I'm guessing you knew that already. Yes, ever since this morning. But there's one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit. Okay, so we gotta move on. So if we get this Record of Fate Yen scroll, we'll be able to dispel the curse. Yes, that's the source of the curse, is a tragic event called the Honjo incident that dates back to the Edo period. An onomaiju named Seaman Tasumakoda is said to have recorded a way to deal with the curse, so I think there may be a way to dispel the curse. Right. I'll leave how to approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, but please make finding the Record of Fate's Yen scroll your top priority. Understood. But how do we go about looking for it? It's possible the descendants of Seaman have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware of its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan crest or something to go off of. Maybe we'll have to ask Paranormal Affairs. That reminds me. Mio, was the Western black magic used by Iwa and Najima really just an imitation? Huh? Why are you asking me? Oh, boss said that you knew about this sort of thing. Do you not? Well, I mean, I have some knowledge, but... How strange. I don't think I've ever told anyone that. It's okay, Mio. No one's judging you. Right. But stuff is a little weird. So, what's your opinion on it as someone familiar with Western black magic? If I could have a look at their grimoire, I could be sure, but based on their methods, I'd say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone could use and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable because they purposely required living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity. Wow, you know so much. I'm impressed. It totally matches with the vibe you've got going on. What do you mean by that? Don't worry, have some confidence. Right. Thanks, I guess. If that black magic is just an imitation, then we probably don't have to worry about it. I'm just glad things aren't getting even more confusing than they already are. Oh, right, about the mastermind. I had an idea. Huh? What is it? This is about the chairwoman of Hahako Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when you were telling us about the Iowa person. Yep, whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She has money, too. It would also match Hideko Ashari's account of a woman's voice. An evil business lady with supernatural powers? A classic setting. If only we can confirm those powers of hers were actually real. We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell HQ to look into her. Now then, if we're nearing the limit, I'll stop beating around the bush. Time to tell it to you straight. Yuko Sasaki. What, me? Yes? Take out your curse stone and give it to Mio. My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket all this time. Thanks. I'm just going to borrow it for a second. Well, yes. There are soul dregs inside it, after all. What? How did this happen? I didn't do anything. I swear, you have to believe me. It's okay, we know. Yoko, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you. But... There's no mistake that Janucci and Iwa were killed by that curse stone. But the one who committed the act is... the ghost of Mishu Sarashi that is inside you, Yako Sasaki. I knew it. She's possessed. What? What? Inside me? What? What do you mean? It's okay, Yako. Please come down and listen. You've been possessed, Yako. By Michio's ghost. What? It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regret, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yako. No way. You mean Michio's ghost is inside me? I've explained this once before, but just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you lose control of yourself. Normally, the mind will reject such attempts, and it'd do nothing more than affect one's mood or energy levels. But Michio had powerful spirit sense to begin with. And because she was your friend, your mind was open to accepting Michio's spirit. So for those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point, which also means it would be difficult to guide her spirit to the afterlife. No way. We've merged? Me and Michio's minds are... But I don't feel different at all. I mean, I'm me, I think. That's because after she merged with you, Michio started to believe she was you as well. As a ghost possessing you, she's not fully conscious, only really a jumble of vague memories. Still, there are traces of her consciousness and memories of Michio Sarashi. You've been acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with a powerful influence. Really? That having been said, if we don't have a proper understanding of regrets Michio Sarashi had when she died and why, it would be difficult to separate her from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly provoked her ghost, it could have risked causing her to dig even deeper into your mind. Oh no. When we mentioned limits earlier, we mean that by letting things proceed like this, there's a possibility that you'll join completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you'll never be able to tell which of your thoughts belong to her and which belong to you. What? That's so scary. You mean I won't be myself anymore? But if it's Michio, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? But it was actually Michio who used the curse stone while I was unaware of it, wasn't it? Doesn't that mean her ghost has already taken over my body? Well, about that. I think that's probably the effects of the curse amplifying murderous impulses and the influence of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost powers were boosted. And strengthened by the feast, Michio's consciousness surfaced and took control of your body. Then that means I was the one who killed them. I cursed them both. Yako, no, you were being controlled. Right, Inspector? Yeah, that's right. It's likely she'd be recognized as not being responsible for the crime due to the possession. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that. No, you're wrong. I wanted to kill them too. Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned that Michio didn't commit suicide, I wished that all the cruel adults around me would just die. I had the curse stone with me, and I wanted to get revenge for Michio if the chance came. That's how I felt. Yako. Because Michio wasn't able to escape her terrible situation. It was so hard, it wouldn't be unusual for someone to take their own life. And I had this cursed stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep on living in silence, and I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Michio. That's why I killed them. Yako. There you are. Oh, hi, Michio. What's up with you? You've had me worried sick since you haven't been coming to school lately. It feels like it's been forever. I'm glad you seem to be doing good. Yeah, sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I've always regretted it. Oh, come on. You're acting like we aren't buds. You tell me if anyone's making you sad and I'll take care of them. Thanks, Yako. Actually, I'm here because there's something I want to tell you. Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything. Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying that I was forced to and didn't have a choice doesn't undo it. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty. What? I've done so much I can't take back, all because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell that I've created for myself. I couldn't handle it anymore. I started thinking about killing him and dying myself. Neither of us deserve to live in this world. What? But something went wrong, and that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you, and I'm so sorry for dragging you into this. What? Wait, you don't need to apologize. It's only now that I realize. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends, and how we were able to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me. Huh? No, Michio, wait! Huh? You're awake. Do you feel okay? I'm sorry I had to spring that all on you, Yako. What? Is this... Are we in the classroom? Huh? Was I dreaming? I'm sorry to rush this along while you're still gathering your feelings, but we need to hear what Michio Sorishi has to say, now. Right. And so, after considering what to do, is it true that Michio's consciousness is mixed with yours? But if I summon her ghost, we may be able to establish some communication. Oh, I understand. So you thought to use the spirit board again? Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have actually been Michio herself. Really, you think? And that her spirit has been close to you ever since then. Then let's do it. I think we should, and I want to hear from her. Very well. I have no idea if this will work during daytime, but let's give it a try. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10 yen coin. Right, like this? Good. Now do as I do. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Please tell us if you are there. Okay, so yes, it's here. Now, is it the spirit of Michio? Yako, would you ask the spirit? Alright. O Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you the spirit of Michio Sorishi? Yes. Ah, it said yes. Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking a question only Michio would know the answer to? Question only Michio would know the answer to. Let's see, then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. How much did the ribbon I bought with Michio cost? 4, 9, 0. 490 yen. That's right. Well, it seems we have the right spirit. Okay, can I have you ask her a question? Okay, what do you want me to ask her? I want you to ask about the location of Nejima's hideout and the location of the talisman as well. Okay. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please tell me the location of Nejima's hideout. Oh. Please, terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. Maybe she doesn't know. I'm sure it's painful to try and remember, but you're the only one who can help us, Michio. Please. It moved. This is an address. She's given us the address. Amazing. Thank you, Michio. Okay, I have the address. Thank you. Alright, Hero, get a move on and check out that address. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ and order a simultaneous house search and sweep of the area. I just hope the information is accurate. I know it is. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, do you know where the talisman that you had is? Yes. She does know. I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down. I'll try asking. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, did you carry around the talisman with you at all times? Yes. So she did carry it with her. Then, did you have it with you when you had your accident? Huh? She had it with her. But there was nothing resembling a talisman in the articles left behind at the scene. So that means that someone took it with them and ran off with it before the scene was investigated. But who would do that? This would mean someone knew Michio had died before the police did. The first person to discover and report it was the caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them? Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run. But it was a hit and run. Wouldn't they have run away? It might be possible they came back, driven by fear or something else. Even so, they didn't report it and went through her belongings. But to only take the talisman seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the beginning. How likely is that, if the talisman really is so special? Iro mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just to take something from them? It's possible they just picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason. Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of the car. Then, shall we try again? I'll try. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, do you know who was behind the hit and run? Yes, it was that guy. She says she knows. That's a relief. If she hadn't known. Huh? In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detail and information about what happened as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife if we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't like a forced exorcism. Huh? So that's what it'll take? Alright, I'll try asking. Right. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, who was the one who ran you over? I hope she knows the name. I wonder. N-A-M-I-G-A-K-I. N-A-M-I-G-A-K-I. Huh? Nagamaki. What? You mean Yatoro Nagamaki? You two know him? We talked with him after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? I see. So that's why Yako had that reaction when she saw him. What? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio. What? The hell is he planning without his cursed stone? He said he'd be waiting near Ryogoku Bridge. Got it. I'll join you there once we're done. He's the bastard who killed Michio. Yako? This should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it. Alright. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. No. Michio. Thank you. You helped us. You know, I'm so sorry I didn't know about it all. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Janucci. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I can understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you would want revenge. I wanted it too. We've all done things that we wish we could take back. But I'm glad that I at least know the truth. Yako, there's so much I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one last thing. Someday, can we hang out again? Yes. You mean it? Okay, it's a promise. That's so sad. Have you asked everything you wanted? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to guide Michio's spirit now. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Michio, with this, I'll finally be able to free you. Hey, Yako? Yeah? You never accepted the idea that Michio took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find the truth. Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize just how hard things were for her. Mio? Sorry. It's just Michio. She was taken advantage of by so many of the adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried and talked with her more. I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts thinking about all the things I could have done. Why did this have to happen to someone so kind and hardworking? It feels like she was ill-fated to be to the very end. It's just too cruel. But even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. And she let herself worry more about revenge than living. I'm mad at her for that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on. What was she thinking? Seriously, seriously. Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'd help you get your revenge, you idiot. I don't care how you have changed or whatever. I just wanted you to live. Yako. I'll take responsibility for what's been done. But one day, if we meet on the other side, I'm gonna have to give her a good punch. Then I'll tell her she's the real fool's procession or something. Then we'll hang out like always. Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm sending her off, okay? Oh, wait. Look, the coin. It moved to no all on its own. You're right. When did it do that? It seems she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea about what Michio wants? Me? Oh. Please, don't forget me. I think she told me that she doesn't want me to forget. I see. Then, Michio, if you can hear my voice, let your feelings that you won't ever forget her be known. Show it through an action. What? Do something that shows you won't forget. What, am I supposed to click on something? I don't know what to do. I'm like clicking on stuff. It ain't working. Okay, let's see. You won't forget her. Oh, wait. What if we save? Thank you. Though, I don't really want you to punch me. So live a long life, okay? I'll see you later. Wow. Okay, guys, so we're going to end it there. I mean, that was a really deep episode. Like, that was really sad. You know, her finally releasing her friend. I figured she was possessed when they said that she was at the candy store, and that's where Yako was. That's where she went home to. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the game. It's, it's really interesting. Now we know that they know how to stop the curses by getting the the Resurrection Book of Yen or something like that. I have to look it up again. But we know that we have to get the book. We know that the guy that killed Michio is the guy that had the one soul stone. So, we're going to have to go down to the bridge in the next playthrough. Leave me a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with somebody who might be interested. And I'll see you next time. Bye.